welcome to the deep dive. Today, you and I are taking a pretty fascinating journey to Spain.
We are. We've got some really good stuff here sourced from FlightNHotels.com.
Exactly. And our goal is, well, simple, really. To give you a real feel for this incredible country.
Yeah, the highlights, the flavors, the energy.
Without getting totally bogged down in, endless details.
Think of it as your shortcut, your quick guide to being in the know about Spain.
Right. So we're looking at what makes Spain so appealing.
Mm-hmm. From its famous landmarks, obviously, to the food.
Oh, the food.
And the festivals. Plus some useful tips for actually getting around.
Exactly. The practical stuff, too.
Okay, let's jump right in then. What is it about Spain? Why does it captivate people so much? What's that spark?
Well, the source material talks about this mix.
Tradition and modernity.
Precisely that. It's how Spain manages to hold on to its really rich past while also fully embracing the present. It's quite compelling.
You think of things like flamenco, right? Or Gaudi, Picasso. Absolutely, those powerful sensory things. But they aren't just relics, They're living, breathing parts of the culture today.
That's a really good way to put it. It's not just history stuck behind glass.
Not at all.
And it's not just one single thing drawing people in, is it? The info we have breaks down quite a few key reasons to visit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first off, there's the history. It stretches back centuries.
And Roman ruins, Moorish palaces.
Imagine wandering through Roman ruins, or standing in the Alhambra's courtyards. It's incredible. A testament to that whole period.
And then the Gothic cathedrals, too. Huge, impressive structures.
Yeah, speaking to another really pivotal era, it's like you're walking through layers of time.
And then, switching gears completely, the beaches.
Ah, yes, the costas.
Costa del Sol, Costa Brava.
Yeah.
Even the Canary Islands, way out there. You just hear the names and picture sun and sea.
Spain's coastline is incredibly diverse, actually. You get everything from those really lively resorts to more secluded, rugged shores.
So it really shows how the geography plays a part, offering different vibes.
Definitely. Different experiences, often not too far apart.
Which, naturally, brings us to the food. Tapas paella.
Churros. Don't forget the churros.
Oh, definitely not. Thinking about it makes you hungry.
The food scene is it's a massive part of Spanish identity. It's not only about the taste, although that's, amazing.
That's how people eat, too.
Exactly. That sociable thing of sharing tapas. It encourages connection, trying new things together.
And paella from Valencia. That's like the dish, right?
It's a real celebration of local ingredients, tradition, a classic.
And the festivals, La Tomatina. That giant tomato fight sounds absolutely bonkers.
It is pretty wild. But what's interesting is how these festivals, from the pure chaotic fun of La Tomatina
to something like Semana Santa, the Holy Week procession.
Right, which can be very solemn and deeply cultural. They really showcase the energy, the passions of the Spanish people, different facets.
So true. It's not all ancient sites and food fights, though. The source also mentions the sheer variety of landscapes.
Mountains, beaches, vineyards.
It really does seem like there's something for pretty much every kind of traveler.
Which leads to the big question.
Where do you even begin if you're planning a trip?
Exactly. Well, the info we have gives a great overview of top spots, and naturally, Barcelona comes up early.
Ah, Barcelona. Gaudi city. It's described as having this real artistic soul, vibrant energy. You almost feel it just from pictures.
Beyond Gaudi, who's obviously huge, there's this strong artistic current running through the neighborhoods. Street art, galleries.
Feeling of creativity.
Yeah, and innovation, too.
Yeah.
And the landmarks mentioned Las Ramblas, Sagrada Familia, Park Güell, Barcelona Beach. They aren't just checklist items.
They each tell part of Barcelona's story.
Exactly. Each adds a layer.
Okay, next up. Madrid, the capital. Sounds like maybe a bit of a contrast to Barcelona. More classic charm meets modern life.
That's a good way to put it. Madrid gives you that grand, classic European capital feel.
Yeah.
The Royal Palace, the Prado Museum.
World-class art.
Absolutely. Masterpieces. But then you also have this really dynamic, modern pulse.
Like in Plaza Mayor. Or Retiro Park.
Precisely. Plaza Mayor is always buzzing, and Retiro Park is this beautiful green lung right in the city center. A great mix.
Then we head south to Seville. The heart of flamenco, it says.
You can almost hear the music, can't you?
Totally. What makes Seville so central to flamenco?
Well, Seville and Andalusia generally is where flamenco's roots run deepest. It's more than dance. It's this expression of deep emotion, cultural history.
So seeing it live, there must be something else.
Oh, definitely. In one of those intimate tablaos, it's really powerful. You get a true sense of it.
And besides flamenco, Seville Cathedral, Barrio Santa Cruz.
Beautiful spots that show off its rich, layered past. Very charming.
And Granada,
Yeah.
home of the Alhambra Palace. The source mentions this incredible blend of Islamic and Renaissance influences.
Ah, the Alhambra. Stunning.
How do those styles actually come together? Can you picture it?
What's so striking is how visibly these two very different artistic traditions intertwine. After the Reconquista, Renaissance elements were added into the existing Islamic palace structure.
So you see them side by side.
Yes, it creates this fascinating dialogue in stone and tile, a powerful reminder of Spain's complex, multicultural history. Really unique.
Okay, moving east now to Valencia. City of Arts and Sciences. That futuristic architecture sounds like a total shift.
It is a dramatic shift, visually. Valencia really shows off Spain's modern, forward-looking side with that amazing complex, Santiago Calatrava's work.
But it's not all modern.
No, it holds on to its traditions, too. Most notably, it's the birthplace of paella that's deeply embedded in the local culture.
Right, can't forget paella. And beaches, too.
Yep, fantastic golden beaches right on the Mediterranean. Best of both worlds, really.
Then up north, there's Bilbao, famous for the Guggenheim.
A game changer for the city.
So for art lovers, Bilbao's a must.
Bilbao's transformation is a really compelling story. The Guggenheim really put it on the map for modern art, but it's not just the museum.
What else?
Bilbao has held on to its strong Basque cultural identity. You feel it in the language, traditions, and especially the food scene.
Tapas, again. Or pinzos, is it there?
Pinzos, exactly. Especially in the old town, Casco Viejo. Fantastic for hopping between bars. Plus, the Basque coastline is rugged and beautiful, very different from the south.
Malaga gets a mention too. Gateway to the Costa del Sol and birthplace of Picasso.
Another great combination. Beach life and serious art heritage.
So you get the sun, but also culture.
Definitely. Malaga has that classic sunny Mediterranean vibe, but with real cultural depth thanks to Picasso. You can visit his birthplace, museums. It's fascinating.
And for people wanting to explore beyond the big cities, Toledo and Segovia are highlighted. Historic day trips.
Ah, yes. Medieval Spain.
What makes them special?
They're like stepping back in time, honestly. Toledo, with its winding streets, ancient synagogues, mosques, churches all together. It embodies that coexistence of cultures.
The city of three cultures.
That's the one. And Segovia. Well, it has that incredible Roman aqueduct still standing. So impressive. And the Alcázar Castle, straight out of a fairy tale.
Wow. Tangible links to the past.
Exactly. Very powerful.
Now let's talk islands and coasts again. Ibiza and Mallorca in the Balearics, known for, well, a few things.
A diverse appeal, let's say.
The nightlife is famous, obviously.
It certainly attracts a lot of visitors, but that's not the whole story. Beyond the party scene, both islands have stunningly beautiful, often quite secluded beaches.
Really? So it's not all clubs?
Not at all. Incredible natural landscapes, charming traditional villages. You can definitely find peace and quiet if that's what you're looking for. Depends on the experience you want.
Good to know. And then the Canary Islands, year-round sun off Africa's coast.
A very different vibe again.
Black sand beaches and stargazing. Sounds pretty unique. What gives them that character?
Their volcanic origins. That's why you get the black sand, which is quite striking. And being so far south in the Atlantic means that subtropical climate, warm all year.
Makes sense for a winter escape.
Definitely. And the low light pollution in many areas makes them genuinely fantastic for stargazing. Plus, each island is distinct, unique geology, natural parks.
Okay, amazing places covered. Let's circle back to that incredible food and wine. We mentioned tapas.
The ultimate social food.
It really emphasizes that communal aspect of Spanish culture, doesn't it? Sharing plates, conversation.
Exactly. Tapas are more than just small dishes. They're a way of life, almost. A way to connect. And paella, too, often a big communal pan shared by everyone.
And jamón ibérico. The source calls it a national delicacy. I hear it's special.
Oh, it is. It's about the unique breed of Iberian pigs, their diet often acorns, the bellota, and then the long, careful curing process.
So it's the whole process.
Yes, it all contributes to this incredible flavor and texture. Spaniards take immense pride in it, and rightly so.
And for dessert, churros with chocolate.
Who can say no? Warm, crispy, dipped in thick, dark chocolate? Perfect.
Definitely not me. And the wine, Rioja, Ribera del Duero, world-renowned names.
And for good reason. These regions have a long, long history of winemaking. Ideal climates, specific soils.
Perfect for growing certain grapes.
Exactly. Rioja is famous for its Tempranillo wines, often aged beautifully in oak. Ribera del Duero also focuses on Tempranillo, but often makes more powerful, really age-worthy reds.
And sangria, still popular.
Oh, yes. Maybe a bit more tourist-associated sometimes, but still a very popular, enjoyable, refreshing drink on a warm Spanish day. Absolutely.
Okay, festivals again. We touched on them. But La Tomatina in Buñol, the world's biggest food fight.
It sounds like something you either dive into or run screaming from.
What's the appeal? Just pure mayhem.
It's pretty much that. A giant, messy tomato-throwing party, just for the sheer fun of it. A unique experience, for sure.
Then you have San Fermin in Pamplona. The running of the bulls. Much more serious.
Much more serious, yes. And culturally significant, deeply rooted, though certainly not without controversy these days.
In Semana Santa and Seville, the Holy Week processions, the source mentions religious and cultural significance. How do they mix?
It's a deeply ingrained tradition there. You have intense religious devotion combined with these incredibly elaborate artistic displays. The passos, the floats carrying religious figures are stunning works of art.
So it's moving even if you're not religious.
Very much so. The atmosphere is powerful. And then, completely different again, you have Carnival in Tenerife.
Right, described as one of the biggest and most vibrant carnivals globally.
Huge, full of music, dancing, incredible costumes, just pure celebration. Another facet of Spanish festivity.
Okay, so we know where to go, what to eat, maybe even catch a festival. But how do you actually get around Spain easily? The infrastructure is good, apparently.
Yes, Spain has invested heavily. The high-speed AVE trains are fantastic.
Connecting the major cities. Madrid, Barcelona, Seville.
Exactly. Valencia, too. They're fast, comfortable, and make it genuinely easy to see a lot of the country efficiently, even on a shorter trip.
And within the cities themselves. Metros are mentioned for Madrid, Barcelona, Valencia.
Absolutely essential, I'd say. They're efficient, affordable, and the best way to navigate the big urban centers. Avoids traffic, parking nightmares.
Makes sense. But what if you want to explore the countryside, smaller towns?
Well, for that, the source suggests renting a car can be a really good option. Gives you that freedom and flexibility.
To discover those off-the-beaten-path places.
Exactly. Explore at your own pace.
Okay, that covers getting around. Finally, some practical tips. Currency is the euro. Straightforward.
Yep, part of the Eurozone.
Language. Spanish is the main one, obviously. But the source mentions regional languages. Catalan, Galician, Basque. Is that important for travelers?
It's good to be aware of, definitely. While Castilian Spanish is understood everywhere, in regions like Catalonia, Galicia, the Basque Country, you'll hear and see these other languages constantly.
Does knowing a few basic phrases help?
Oh, absolutely. Even just a hello or thank you in the local language is often really appreciated. Shows respect.
Good tip. Best time to visit. April, June, and September, November. For milder weather and fewer crowds.
That's generally the sweet spot, yes. Avoids the intense heat of midsummer and the biggest tourist rushes.
Makes sense for planning. And for listeners outside the EU, checking visa requirements is key. Schengen visa, potentially.
Crucial step. Always check the rules for your nationality well in advance. Don't leave it till the last minute.
And lastly, general safety.
Spain is generally very safe. But, like any popular tourist spot, be aware of your surroundings. Watch out for pickpockets, especially in crowded areas, stations, markets, popular sites. Just common sense, really.
So bringing it all together, Spain really does sound like a place just bursting with color, steeped in culture.
Radiating a certain charm. It keeps people coming back.
It's clearly not just one type of experience on offer.
Not at all. It's a country where, you can be lounging on a beautiful Mediterranean beach one day.
And exploring ancient Roman ruins the next.
Absolutely. Indulging in incredible food and wine throughout, and maybe, just maybe, finding yourself covered in tomatoes.
Huh. So for you, our listener, as you've taken this deep dive with us, what part of Spain really sparked your imagination?
Was it the history? The echoes of the past?
Or maybe the thought of those tapas, that wine, the promise of sunny beaches?
Or perhaps the energy of the festival?
Maybe take that initial spark, whatever it was, and, dig a bit deeper. Explore some more resources in that specific area. See where it leads you.
That's a great thought, because this has been, a broad overview. Each of these things, the food, the art, the regions, could be explored in so much more depth.
Definitely. Well, until next time, buen viaje.